Hello and welcome to the February release notes. You might be thinking that Stefan looks very different this time, and it is not because he shaved his beard, it's actually just because he couldn't make it to this release notes. It's just me today, and I am here in my trusty Web Manuals hoodie. But don't worry, Stefan will be back in the next video. But for now, leave a little airplane emoji in the comments of this video if you're watching, and let's dive into the February release notes. Now on to the improvements. We have a couple for this release, and they will hopefully make a really big difference in using the system. We are now separating review comments on a reviewer level, and reviewers on a specific step of a workflow will now be able to see each other's comments on that specific step. And all reviewers will also be able to see comments made on the last step. However, external reviewers will not be able to see the comments by internal reviewers. Editors and admins will of course still be able to see all reviewer comments made. We also have a change regarding checkout types. These can now be defined on document types, allowing for blanket solutions of either accepting when opened or accepting by pressing the accept button. This can also still be overwritten in general settings, but can now be changed on default on a document type level. If you prefer having active accept instead of the default, it will save you a lot of clicks because it can now be set for everything at once rather than doing it one by one. For tasks, we have an improvement regarding email notifications. This is now checked by default, which will support the intended collaboration of this function, and hopefully saving our users some clicks by not having to configure this manually. We also have an improvement regarding user types and the export, print, and download permissions. These are now controllable on a user type level, and this will allow admins to control these export permissions on user types. The permissions are ticked on by default, and this will just make sure that you have a greater level of control when it comes to export, print, and download. We also have an improvement regarding the tooltip that appears for the default workflow. This has now been corrected and clarified to better show what it actually does. For this release, we have also ensured that chapter pages that are marked for archiving do not have the button for Add Page Below in the editor. And this, of course, makes it not possible to add these pages below an archived chapter. We also have an improvement regarding multi-factor authentication. Users can no longer deactivate this through some creative means if it is set to required. And those were all of the improvements for this release, and now we are moving on to the bug fixes, and we have a couple as usual. For abbreviations, these should no longer be displayed in the abbreviation module if they have in fact been removed from the document. This obviously causes some confusion when you have deleted abbreviation, but it is still in the module. This should no longer happen and should be fixed. Another bug fix is regarding Entra ID. Customers that use this will now be able to have guest accounts and also allow them to log into Web Manuals. We now basically allow users with different email handles to log in as guest users. And the last bug fix for this release is regarding, again, the tooltips. We have now improved the tooltip for cancelled PDF documents in the revision archive, and this should now make it clearer what is actually going on and what you need to do to fix the issue. Besides these improvements and bug fixes, we have also added a ton of refactoring in the background to make sure that everything runs more smoothly and to prepare better for the future. In other news, Go Digital US in San Diego is coming up on April 14th, and of course we want to see as many of you there as possible. So please remember to sign up to see all the new exciting things that we are working on. We also have a new release for the Reader app, and if you want to learn more about the improvements and fixes for that, please check out the Reader app release notes video that you can find linked. And that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again in March, and hopefully Stefan will be back beside me.